Sydney for this crucial clash in both the men's top flight and the club championship between the Mount Druitt Town Rangers and the Sutherland Sharks. Tony Tanous here with you across the Football New South Wales channels on Facebook and YouTube. It's a pleasure to have your company tonight. We're live, we're interactive, so be sure to share the stream. Leave comments throughout, and if you are on Twitter, use the hashtag NPL NSW. What a game it promises to be. They might be bottom of the table, 11th and 12th spot, but nothing can undersell the value of the points here today. And it's time to take a look at the lineups. And for the hosts, Mount Druitt Town Rangers, one change to the side that drew here 3-3 with Marconi last week. The full lineup, Carlos Saliadari in goals. The back four of Jake Mamone, Alvin Singh, Blake Thompson and Lord Darko. A midfield of Matthew Claus, Solomon Monahan Vaika and Fabrizio Fernandez. And a front three of Tufik Alamadine, Alex Boyajian and Luke Clifford. As for the visitors, Terry Palapanis makes one change to the side that drew 2-2 with the competition leaders Wollongong Wolves, with Matteo Polyak coming in for Brodie Clarkson. The full lineup in goals, Mitch Evans, a back four of Blair Brown, Tariq Erkin, Harry Sutherland and Mark Warren. Midfield three of Matteo Polyak, Pat O'Shea and Raul Benet. And a front three of Juan Carlos Romero, Jeremy Cox and Jordan Morphetus. Our officials for this one, Toby Plasto with the whistle. He's about to get proceedings underway, and his assistants are Sarah Ho and Emma Kotzbeck. And our fourth official for this one, Matt Howarth. Just about set here at Popondetta. Mention the context of the top flight in the men's New South Wales Premier League. 11th versus 12th. Mount Druitt on 6 points. The Sutherland Sharks on 5 points. So a big game, this one, in the context of the ladder. They certainly want to keep up with those leading the pack across the New South Wales top flight. But beyond that, key game also in the context of the club championship. Only 4 points separating them heading into this one after the earlier fixtures here this evening. Can give you an update on those fixtures. In the under-18s, it finished 2-2. And just completed in the under-20s, you might have caught some of that on the live stream earlier. A 3-2 win to the visitors, the Sutherland Sharks. So in the context of the club championship, they collect 6 points there and close the gap to within 4 points in the club championship. Mount Druitt Town in 10th on that club championship. Sutherland Sharks in 11th. Temperature starting to drop here, but we promise you that this one will be nice and hot on the field. So much at stake. And it will be Mount Druitt running from right to left. The one change for them, with Alvin Singh, the Fijian under-23 international, coming into the centre of defence in place of Nick Trimble. But it will be the Sutherland Sharks in the sky blue strip, running from left to right, kicking us off. And Toby Plasto gets proceedings underway, and we're in possession here. The Sutherland Sharks through Raul Benet back to Blair Brown. And now it's Harry Sutherland. It's been a settled back four the last couple of weeks for the Sutherland Sharks. Blair Brown was fantastic last week against the Wollongong Wolves in that 2-2 draw. And Harry Sutherland looking for Morphetus. Can he keep that one in on the far side? It will be in Mount Druitt who try to build it forward in attack down that right-hand side. Tufik Alamadine on the opposite side for the team coached by Aidan Desmond. He's Luke Clifford, and through the middle, Alex Boyajian. And Here are the two central midfielders combining early. Monahan Vaika and Matthew Clues, the experienced captain for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. So the ball goes forward from the Sharks. Blake Thompson clearing, working back to his keeper. Now he can play out through Lord Darko. Thompson looks forward for Clifford. Takes the first touch and tries to take on Erkin. And now he's got Alameddine available to his right, but he goes on the dribble. Here's the ball now at the feet of the Uruguayan, who gets it out to the right-hand side. Ball's inside, across the face of the goal. Mount Druitt with an early attack. Promising raid down that right-hand side. Fabrizio Fernandez is triggering Jake Mamone down that right-hand side. It's a good positive sign early on from Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Corner here, taken by Alameddine, into the near post, works its way all the way back. And now Mamone looks to take the ball inside, now Alameddine on the edge of the box. Sutherland looking to break through Jeremy Cox, looking to trigger Raoul Benet. Comfortable in the end though for Lord Darko. And Saliadari, know about his long clearances. That one overshooting the attack, and now Sutherland can build up through Mark Warren. Looking to trigger Morphetus down that left-hand side. Now the ball with Mateo Poliak, looking to slip it through for Morphetus. The flag's gone up there. You can see part of the game plan here from Terry Palapanis' side. Morphetus trying to get in behind, making that vertical run, and Poliak trying to slip it in behind. Certainly keep an eye out on that option from the Sutherland Sharks. As Alameddine gets it forward for Boyajian. Covering it though well was Harry Sutherland. He's growing in confidence with this season. Player who moved up from the under-20s in the off-season. It's been a regular feature in Palapanis' side. As Mamone gets it into the feet now of Boyajian. Working hard there. The Mount Druitt Town striker. The pointy end of the attack for the hosts. The team that was promoted from NPL 2. Taking out the premiership in the New South Wales 2nd Division. Salvin Singh gets his first involvement of the game. Now Clues trying to trigger Alameddine. Coming off his line though, reading it well, was Mitch Evans. And he clears out. But Mount Druitt certainly life up in the top flight. They've had one win out of their 8 games. Currently on 6 points. Certainly been in a lot of games. Speaking to Aidan Desmond, part of the issue for them has been just momentary lapses, which you can't really afford in the top flight. The men's 1st division might get away with it in the 2nd tier. But here, quality certainly ramps up as Morphetus is triggered through. Chance here for the Sharks, slipping it across. And there was Darko clearing Morphetus again on the follow-up. Certainly a bright start from the man they call JJ, Jordan Morphetus. Managed to slip him in twice, have the Sutherland Sharks looking to penetrate between the central defender and Jake Mamone down that side. And some early change for the visitors. Carlos Saliadari coming up with the save there on the second effort from Morphetus. First one, a good clearance from Lord Darko. But the Sutherland Sharks on the front foot early here at Popondetta. As the ball comes in from the resulting set piece. That one change from Aiden Desmond. Alvin Singh coming into the centre of defence. An experienced player. Fortunately for him, the last 2 seasons have been injury riddled. Had a bad leg break last year, so great to see him back on the park. Came across to Mount Druitt Town Rangers, did Alvin Singh, from RPO where he had a ACL injury, so 2 seasons in a row. His season's been ended by big injuries. It's great to see him back on the park. Here he is combining with Jake Mamone. Mamone gets it forward looking for Boyajian. Now the ball. Target there was Cox from the Sutherland Sharks. Here they are trying to win possession in the midfield, but it's a foul given away. Juan Carlos Romero, one of the imports for Terry Palapanis. A scorer last week, got the opening goal in that 2-2 draw against the Wolves. His first of the season. Certainly be looking for a bit more from him. Player who scored plenty of goals in the NPL 2 competition. He certainly started life well in the top flight. Confidence of scoring last week. This one's gone over his head looking for Cox. Sutherland Sharks leading scorer. Lord Darko battling away there, winning the free kick. Certainly these players, so many of them will be familiar with each other. Many of the Sutherland Sharks recruits by Terry Palapanis, a coach who's also come up from the NPL 2 competition, where he featured in the grand final last year for Mounties Wanderers. Spent a number of seasons before that at St George. Many of the players that he's brought up with him from both St George and the Mounties. Familiar with the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. So many contests over the years in the New South Wales NPL 2. The likes of Tariq Erkin in the centre of defence. Pat O'Shea, who was also at St George last year. Raul Benet playing in the number 10 role. This man as well, Juan Carlos Romero, who dinks it over the top here, looking for Cox. Saliadari comes out. Cox with a second chance now. Cox on the strike, and Saliadari parries. Finding some room in behind earlier, the Sutherland Sharks. Looking for that vertical ball, and it's paying good dividends so far. Not yet hit the back of the net, but they're creating chances and very positive signs for Terry Palapanis' side early on. Here they are moving it around through O'Shea. And now Warren looks to go inside for Romero. Raul Benet just slightly mixed up there, the 2 Spaniards. Benet wanted that ball on the drop. And now Mount Druitt Town can look to counter-attack through Fernandez. And now Monahan Vaika finds Alameddine. Jake Mamone getting forward early in this game, down that right-hand side. Happy to share it. The press comes though. Working hard in defence. Juan Carlos Romero gave it up down the other end. One of 3 games taking place tonight across the New South Wales NPL. As the Mount Druitt Town Rangers come forward through Clifford. Takes the shot straight at the keeper in the end. Good touch from him to set the shot up. One touch and bang. Straight at Mitch Evans though. But an early sider from Clifford, who managed to score for Mount Druitt Town Rangers last week in that exciting 3-3 draw against Marconi Stallions. There's a couple of chances at both ends. Exciting start to this one. We promised plenty of action. That's certainly what's been delivered in the opening 12 minutes. Morphetus trying to hold it up. Coming away with it, Matthew Clues, happy to settle it through Thompson, who spreads it out to Mamone. Now Mamone looking to hit Alameddine. Here is Raul Benet, trying to find his compatriot, Juan Carlos. Working back was Alvin Singh. Saliadari with another of his long clearances. Player who has featured in the top flight previously for the Blacktown Spartans. Been terrific for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers since moving over. Helped them climb back up, or certainly for them, Mount Druitt Town Rangers, the first time in the top flight, a club that was formed back in 1970 by Scottish migrants. Great story. The establishment of the colours and the name, they couldn't really agree because they came from varying religions. So they went with the green of Celtic, the Rangers name, and the gold of Australia. And that's the colours and the name that we've got, Mount Druitt Town Rangers, making their entry into the New South Wales top flight. One win so far. That came back in round 4 against the Rockdale City side. As Blake Thompson looks forward here for Boyajian. Three draws, so it shows you that they have been in games. They're 1 point ahead of the Sharks, who've also had one win only. It came in the first round. Sharks, on the other hand, have had 2 draws and 5 losses. So only separated by a point heading in here. Such a key game. It's only round 9, but we're already starting to describe this one as a grand final. Team with aspirations to make the top 5. Seen what a competitive league it is. The Sharks are building down the left-hand side encouragingly again. This time picking up the loose ball is Raul Benet. And now Warren's got a couple of targets inside. Can't hit the target though. Overhit that time from Warren. Positive from him getting forward. Both fullbacks down that side. Warren for the Sharks and Jake Mamone for the Rangers. Have certainly been prominent in the attack early on. Alvin Singh looking long here. So chatting to Aiden Desmond ahead of this game, certainly been happy with parts of performances. It's just that concentration at this higher level. Slightest errors get punished, and certainly defensively it's been a big issue for Mount Druitt Town Rangers. As we see the Sharks build up down the left-hand side. They've conceded 20 goals so far, so that's been a big issue in 8 games. Mount Druitt Town Rangers, it's the worst defensive record across the league by 4 goals. So in attack, it hasn't been so bad. They're the equal 4th best attack. They've scored 13. It's equal with Sydney United and only behind the likes of the Wolves, Marconi and Sydney Olympic. So in attack, hasn't been an issue for Aiden Desmond's side. It's been the other side. They've brought in Alvin Singh today. That's the change. As Alameddine gets forward now. Featured in last week's Ultra Football Team of the Week. A chance here on the second ball. Boyajian it was. Couldn't get that one under control. But Alameddine, a real danger man. Was super for the Rockdale City Suns last season. It's been a stop-start season for him though. Injured his medial ligament back in round 1. It's only his second start since that injury as the ball comes forward for the Sharks. Lord Darko gets to it first though. Good defending from a player who's spent a few years here at Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Singh looks to hit Alameddine. Sharks pick up the ball and get it forward early. The touch there from Cox. He was looking to lay it down to Raoul Benet. You could see the intent there. Not quite executing. But again, the Sharks looking early for their number 9. More encouragement for a team who hasn't really been prolific in hitting the back of the net. Only 7 so far for the season across those 8 games. A couple of those from the penalty spot, so only 5 from open play. And Jeremy Cox scoring 4 of those. The other one, as I mentioned earlier, Juan Carlos Romero. Again, though, they're in behind. Down that left-hand side, Raoul Benet driving out of midfield, getting beyond the striker. And now he is trying to combine with Polyak. Good defensive work from Monahan Vaika that time to hold it up. More work for the Rangers in defence here as the Sharks spread it to the right-hand side for Blair Brown. Tries to get it inside. Carlos Saliadari, though, at that near post. He's already been forced into a couple of good saves. That one a bit more comfortable for the custodian. He's had an excellent start to the 2019 season. One of the top keepers in the division. Nice back heel there from Romero. Stepping in, though, was Alvin Singh. And now the combination. Turning was Polyak, and now he tries his luck! And can't quite keep that one down. It's gone over the post, though, off Saliadari. So it is a corner. Excellent turn there from Polyak. A key in for Terry Palapanis' side. Hasn't featured in the starting 11 since back in round 2. He's been out with a hamstring injury. Came off the bench last week in that 2-2 draw against the Wolves. And showing his value early on here. It's a good contribution in attack. It's resulted in this corner. Mark Warren goes to the back post. Saliadari again strong. Now he looks for the early quick release. Working back. There was Morphetus. Good foot race there between Clifford. One of the speedsters for the Rangers. And Morphetus working back, doing his defensive work for the Sharks. Clue settles it here through Darko. And now inside to Fabrizio Fernandez. Finding Alameddine. Mamone goes around him. And that's where Alameddine goes. Clues available with a bit of time and space. And now they build out to the left-hand side. Through Darko. Fernandez there just pulling the shirt to hold up the Spaniard. The referee Toby Plasto having a chat. Free kick given to the Sharks. Excellent start here. 0-0 it remains. Tony Tunus with you across the Football New South Wales channels. 20 minutes have elapsed. Lots of attacking action as Warren tries to find Cox. Again, it's too close to Saliadari. The keeper, authoritative on the catch. Rolls it out to Blake Thompson. Blake Thompson moving across from the Bentley Greens last season in Victoria. Chatting to him ahead of the game. Enjoying life here in the New South Wales top flight. An opportunity to test himself at this level. Maybe move a little bit out of his comfort zone. And he's been moved into central defence by Aidan Desmond in the last couple of weeks just to help stiffen up that defence, which was leaking goals earlier in the season. And now he's got a new defensive partner in Alvin Singh. Aidan Desmond starting the season with the two central defenders who were the incumbents from NPL 2, Nick Trimble and Matthew Clues. And Matthew Clues has been moved into midfield in the last couple of weeks just to add that bit of experience and composure in that midfield. And today the change is Alvin Singh for Trimble. So it's a new central defensive pairing. Blake Thompson certainly adding a lot of speed coming into that defence, and Steele as well. Here he is driving the ball forward. Alameddine trying to get the second ball. Here's Alameddine trying to cause some threat now. Boyajian, it is on the ball. Was he brought down there? Warren it was, working back. Toby Plasto having a bit of a chat to the Sutherland Sharks skipper for that challenge on Boyajian. In fact, it's Harry Sutherland who's getting the attention here. So perhaps a final warning for the youngster. And it is a free kick here. The Uruguayan Fabrizio Fernandez over this one. Certainly can take a free kick. Seen him score goals in the past 2 weeks with some delightful chips. Player who moved across from the Uruguayan club River Plate. Fabrizio Fernandez steps up straight into the wall. Chance to set up high here from the throw-in. The Rangers moving across there. Clifford to join the attack on that far side. Positive start from the youngster Jake Mamone. Here he is driving forward and looking to get the cross in. Did it go over the byline? Player who came up from the under-20s last season in the NPL 2 competition, Jake Mamone, made that position his own, and he's been rewarded with the opportunity here in the New South Wales Men's 1. Certainly made a good start on that right-hand side tonight, Jake Mamone. They're targeting him defensively. This time it's a free kick to the Sharks. Couple of strong challenges in that middle of the park. Certainly what we'd expect from two teams here fighting for 3 key points. Sharks sharing it here through Erkin and Sutherland. And now Polyak rolls away to get involved in the build-up. Can't hold it up though, Juan Carlos Romero. And Druitt started on the back foot, starting to grow into this game though. 25 minutes in, Tony Tanus with you across the Football New South Wales channels. Hope you're enjoying this. 0-0 it remains. Plenty of chances at both ends in fact, as Benet clips it out to the right-hand side for Romero, who looks to the back post for Morphetus. Bit of defensive work for Mine. And what an effort that was, Pat O'Shea. First time volley there. Dropping ball. Why not? Unleashing. Couldn't get that one on target though. Saw a similar strike last year from another Sharks player in Nick Olsen on the volley. And that one nestled back of the net. Here is O'Shea. Mention a player who spent some time in the NPL 2 competition. Here he is driving forward and now slipping it through for Cox. Thompson delivering on the defensive work, and in the end Saliadari delivering with the goalkeeping. Sharp down to his right. Cox testing him yet again. Thompson had to shadow that run again. Good signs from the Sharks, finding those pockets in behind. Warren steps out of defence. Can Mount Druitt Town Rangers hurt them the other way? Looking for Alameddine. Now Sutherland. Chance to carry the ball out of defence. Now he's got two options down that left-hand side. One of them is Morphetus. Now he looks to hit Benet. Mount Druitt doing just about enough. Mamone combining with Thompson, but Morphetus picks it up high up the pitch. Can't find his target though. And again, it's comfortable for Saliadari. Jordan Morphetus, a player who moved over from St. George at the end of last season. It's Tufik Alameddine, gets forward here for the Rangers, stays on his feet. Alameddine still going, chance here for the Rangers! And it's just past the post. It's a corner here. Positive work though from Alameddine down that right-hand side. Staying on his feet as the defender went to ground. Getting it into the box. And he'll come across and take the resulting corner here. Mention the danger he posed last year for Rockdale. A terrific pick-up by Aidan Desmond in the off-season. And here he is over the resulting corner. Featured in last week's Team of the Week. Delivering early in this one. Clues back out to Alameddine. Now he drives forward. Chance to shoot. Alameddine! Can't quite get that one down. But again, looking dangerous and sharp early on here. It's been a good response from the Rangers. Sharks certainly had the better of the first 10 minutes. The Rangers starting to create a couple of openings of their own. Both teams looking positive, wanting to go forward. And here are the Sharks again. Through Brown. Cox is inside. Blair Brown cuts it back. Polyak's available. Now he looks to go behind for Morphetus. But Mamone cuts it out. Working back defensively was Raoul Benet. Taking the responsibility as Polyak pushed forward. Here's Morphetus again. Now he finds Polyak, edge of the box. Polyak still going. Just about doing enough, the Rangers defensively there. Open game this one. End-to-end action. Hope you're enjoying. Boyajian looking to hit Fabrizio Fernandez. And shaken off there by Sutherland. Got a warning moments ago. And now he's gone into the book. The first player booked. Harry Sutherland for the Sharks. So it's a free kick here. Another opportunity for the Rangers to mount a bit of pressure. And we know how strong they can be at set pieces. Certainly part of Terry Palapanis' game plan or preparation was that threat that Mount Druitt can pose at the set piece. And it's a chance here to test. Singh's come forward. Fabrizio Fernandez gets it in here, and it's a chance at the back post. Boyajian it was. Couldn't quite wrap the foot around it. In fact, it was Monahan Vaika showing what a threat he can be at those set pieces as well. Terrific ball flighted in from Fernandez. They couldn't get that on target, but the chance is starting to mount at both ends. Terrific distribution there from Mitch Evans. Couldn't quite connect with Blair Brown. It's Clues' turns. Mamone again getting forward. Combination with Alameddine. This time not quite on the same wavelength. Went in behind. Alameddine wanted it to feet. Only a couple of games old, that relationship. Alameddine back in to the starting 11 last week against Marconi here. As Erkan comes forward, looking to hit Blair Brown. Reading it though was Thompson. Player who spent some time overseas in both England and Holland. Again, it's the Mount Druitt Town Rangers on the counter-attack through Fernandez and Alameddine. Two of the key off-season signings. Here is Alameddine trying his luck. Again, it's straight at the keeper. But again, looking very lively. Popping up on the left-hand side this time. And his combination with Fabrizio Fernandez growing. Mentioned it was a big day earlier on for the Sharks. 3-2 win in the under-20s. So key points in the club championship as Erkin comes forward. Can't keep the ball though for the Sharks though. Mount Druitt held up here. Eventually find Boyajian. Blair Brown applies the pressure, gives away the foul. Thompson over this one. Looking for the movement. Trying to hit Alameddine. Now the battle between Clifford. Comes away with it for the Rangers. Here's Boyajian. Still going, Alex Boyajian. Can't hit the target. But more positive signs for Aidan Desmond's side. Finding a bit of space and a couple of shooting opportunities around the edge of the box. Between the Sharks' defensive and midfield lines. An excellent game so far. The Sharks on the front foot early. Getting in behind. Testing Saliadari a couple of times. And here they are. Raul Benet driving forward. Player who lit up NPL 2 last season. As the ball comes across from Morphetus. Away by Thompson. Fernandez was looking for his target there. It comes off Erkin's hand. So it is another set piece in the opposition half for the Rangers. That's certainly been a bit of a frustration for Palapanis. A couple of defensive, certainly spoke about that last week, giving away some cheap fouls at the back. And that pressure eventually telling against the Wolves last week. It's been the story of the season. Sutherland's got a bit of defending to do here. Clears well. But Clues picks up the loose ball in the midfield. Getting the call here from Thompson, who's given it away to Morphetus. Chance here for the Sharks to counter-attack. But working back was Monahan Vaika. Now Morphetus again. Chance to penetrate through the middle. Singh gets the block on, and now it's out on the right-hand side through Raul Benet, who can drive at Lord Darko. Benet inside, and now the 1-2 combination. Raul Benet! Saliadari with a second block! Terrific goalkeeping, and Raul Benet cannot believe his luck there. Saliadari with a couple of outstanding saves, initially with the foot, and then on the rebound, the block. And the keeper comes up big time to deny the Sharks early here. Terrific action at Popendetta. Here's the resulting corner now for Mark Warren. End-to-end action. Again, it's Saliadari, who's been an absolute rock for the Rangers so far. Clifford Cuts across. Morphetus, end-to-end action. The Rangers now on the counter-attack. Through the Uruguayan Fernandez. Mamone comes around. Working back all the way is the Spaniard Benet. What a contest this is. Open, end-to-end. No goals to show so far, but action aplenty. Both goalkeepers called into action, particularly Saliadari. And what a double block he just produced to deny Raul Benet's third of the season. Here's Morphetus looking to hit Cox. Excellent touch inside to Raul Benet. What a turn. And now he gets some space again to drive. Plays it out to Brown. Juan Carlos makes the move on the right-hand side. Thompson comes across though. Strong defending. Excellent work and draws the foul in the end. Both teams finding a bit of space and really relishing this one. As Toby Plasto just has a chat to the Mount Druitt Town Rangers skipper in Matthew Clues. Saliadari going long. Now Brown away. The flick on from Raul Benet. Battling away was Juan Carlos. He's got Cox available high. Goes short though to Morphetus. And now the combination with Polyak. Here is Jordan Morphetus. Coming forward is Warren. Again, good build up this from the Sharks. Can they find the final product? Thompson again stepping out of defence. And a solid start from him. Reading that one. Player mentioned who spent some time last year in the Victorian NPL with the Bentley Greens. Coming up to the New South Wales top tier to test himself at that next level. Certainly the competitiveness of this league. No easy games. Quality right across the league and competition, as we've seen week in, week out so far in the opening 9 rounds. Got a couple of games taking place. I'll give you some progress scores there. Marconi Stallions, who were here last week, currently 1-1 against Sydney Olympic. Big battle that one. Over at Marconi Stadium, 37 minutes in there. Early goals. Marconi in the 3rd minute. Olympic equalising a minute later. 1-1 it is there. And Apia, they're away to the Sydney FC. A game at Lambert Park as Blair Brown goes into the book here for that challenge on Clifford. Late challenge there from behind, so he joins Sutherland. 2 of the defenders, 2 of the back 4 for the Sharks, and now in the book. So it's a set piece here to the Rangers. 40 minutes have elapsed here. Thompson considering going short, looking for the movement up front. Does go short in the end. Through Clues. Lord Dark goes high up the pitch as well. Boyajian trying to hold it up. Player who moved across from the Blacktown Spartans, and now it's Fernandez! Striking the post, did he? What an effort that was. Fabrizio Fernandez got it out of his feet, unleashed on that left foot. Not far from opening the scoring. The Uruguayan looking to score his 3rd in 3 weeks. Speaking to Aidan Desmond, rapt to be able to bring a player of this quality into the club. It's just been promoted to the top flight. He's had a bit of injuries early in the season. Believes that the best is very much yet to come for the Uruguayan. Showing his threat and danger in front of that Sharks back four. As Polyak looks to spread here for Morphetus. With the flick on, excellent flick on. Now Warren, can he deliver? Inside, again it's Saliadari though. Plenty of opportunities for the Sharks. Not quite able to beat the Rangers custodian. Singh is pressed here. They go back to Saliadari. Now Brown. Monahan Veika picking up the loose ball and driving forward. Player who spent some time in a couple of A-League academies. West Sydney Wanderers Academy and also Newcastle Jets. In fact, a couple of years ago out here at Popondetta, I was calling him in a game for the Newcastle Jets against the West Sydney Wanderers in a National Youth League fixture. Was playing in the centre of defence back then for the Jets. Player that's been known to Aidan Desmond since he was 10 years old and moving up to the top flight. He brought him back out of the academy system, the A-League Academy, giving him this opportunity. And he stepped into the midfield. It's been terrific the past few weeks. Has Monahan Veika showing his strength there in that midfield. Promising youngster. One of the many we see across the New South Wales top flight. And here is Fernandez again, looking to trigger Alameddine in behind. Alameddine, he's got an option inside. Alameddine still going here! What an effort that was! Showing his danger again, Tufik Alameddine. Terrific drive down that right-hand side. Standing his defender up and then shaping it across the keeper. And couldn't quite hit the back of the net. But more danger signs down that right-hand side. Player who continues to grow and grow in the New South Wales top flight. What a contest this has been. The first half has merely fizzed by. No goals to report. But a terrific game it's been. As Morphetus looks to trigger. Cox here, in behind. Jeremy Cox. Can he stay on his feet? A decision here for the referee, and he's awarded a corner to the Sharks. Appeals there for a penalty. Cox and Thompson it was, battling away there. Cox got to it first. Referee waving play on though, and now it's the resulting corner. Warren and Morphetus down that left-hand side. Been very lively. Lots of open space down there. And now they get it into Morphetus. Chance here! Saliadari again stands up strong. And this time it's hit him. And he's gone down looking for some treatment here. Bravery there from the keeper to come out and deny Morphetus the space. But he's gone down here and he looks in a bit of pain. Another great opportunity and another brilliant save from the Rangers custodian. How are we still 0-0 here? Just getting some treatment here is Carlos Saliadari from Shannon Codd. The man they call the best beard in Australian sport. He's just over checking on Saliadari here. The Sharks will wonder how they've not taken the lead here. Chance after chance denied by the Rangers custodian. Certainly playing up to the game plan of Terry Palapanis. Just that final execution for the Sharks at the moment. They've been very good this season. Haven't had too many poor performances. Again last week, they're excellent against the Wolves. Only came away with a point there. Certainly playing some vibrant attacking football. And Morphetus carrying on from where he left off last week. Saliadari's back on his feet. Terrific news for Rangers fans. The man mountain of a keeper who's denied the Sharks on so many occasions here. And what a save it was there to deny Morphetus. But here's the resulting corner. Inside it goes. Is there a second ball on the edge of the box to Juan Carlos? The block comes from Singh. And now Polyak. Good block though from Alameddine. And now Fernandez. Players streaming forward here for the Rangers. Alameddine on the dribble. And still going here. Chance to slip it through. Good defending though from Warren. What a game you see is end to end. Somehow it remains 0-0. Sutherland getting to it ahead of Alameddine. And now Warren can look to hit Raul Benet. Cox peels away. Now he drops inside. Benet still going. Excellent feet from the Spaniard. In the end, brought down by Matthew Clues. As we head into stoppages here. Terrific first half it's been. Plenty more to come. Open contest. Both teams very desperate for the 3 points. As Polyak has been influential back in the starting 11 for the first time since round 2. Erkan trying to switch, but working back was Alameddine. And now Clues. He's got Mamone driving forward down the right-hand side. Gets to it ahead of Sutherland. He's got to be very careful here. Play on's the call there. Very fortunate for Harry Sutherland. Referee thought about blowing his whistle there. In the end, Mamone stayed down, and it is the half-time break. What a first half it's been. End-to-end action. No goals to show for it, but action at both ends. It was the Sharks who got off to a great start, but they've been denied time and time again by the Mount Druitt Town Rangers custodian. Carlos Saliadari has produced some outstanding saves. One in particular, double block to deny Raul Benet. You have to watch that one, catch up on that throughout the week. An outstanding save. At the other end, chances are plenty as well for the Rangers, particularly Tufik Alameddine, who's been very lively down that right-hand side. He and Fabrizio Fernandez combining well. But at the break, it is 0-0 here between the Mount Druitt Town Rangers and the Sutherland Sharks. We'll have a break and be back with more action in the second half. And let's welcome back to Popondetta Park, Western Sydney, for this round 9 clash in the New South Wales National Premier League. Tony Tanous with you across the Football New South Wales channels. If you missed the first half, what a first half it was. 0-0's the score, but how we're at 0-0, you'll never know. Both teams on the attack, creating plenty of opportunities, mounting lots of pressure. Carlos Aliadari has produced a couple of outstanding saves, including one double block to deny Raul Benet. Both teams very much on the offensive. The Sharks with 11 shots, 10 on target. Mount Druitt Town Rangers 12 shots, 3 on target. Shows you it's been a very flowing, positive game, end-to-end action, particularly that last 20 minutes. And we're about to get the second half underway. Mount Druitt Town Rangers, the host, will be running from left to right. And Toby Plasto gets us underway. They try and go wide to the right, to the danger man in the first period, Alameddine. JJ Morphetus on the same side of the field has been the Sharks' danger man out wide. Here they are trying to hit Jeremy Cox. And Saliadari clears. Now it's Morphetus. Chance to dribble. Now he combines with Raul Benet! And he can't get that one on target. The Spaniard finding a pocket of space again on the edge of the box. Both teams not shy in shooting tonight. And it's a positive open start to the second period, just as it was right throughout the first period. Certainly a real eye-catching game, this one. So much at stake. Sharks on 5 points in 12th spot. Mount Druitt Town Rangers 1 point ahead of them. Only 4 points separates them also on the club championship. Mount Druitt Town Rangers on 65 points on the club championship. Sharks on 61. So a reminder, whoever gets the 3 points here, you double that by 4. So it is a big game, this one. Particularly for their aspirations of a top 5 finish in the Men's 1 competition of the New South Wales National Premier League. What a season it's been so far. Live and interactive, every game across the Men's 1. 3 games in action tonight. Certainly keep you posted throughout this second half as Mount Druitt whip it in here through Fernandez. Good defensive header though. It was down that right-hand side. Is that a substitution at the break? It looks like it might be. Quinton Cheng's come on. So a change from Terry Palapanas, perhaps forced. Quinton Cheng is the player who's come on for Blair Brown, who was on a yellow card. So Cheng on the right side of defence, alongside Tariq Erkin. In fact, Blair Brown is in the centre of defence. So Harry Sutherland looks like the player who's made way. So Harry Sutherland, who was on a yellow card as well, the youngster. Blair Brown moving into the centre of defence alongside Tariq Erkin. And Cheng coming on for Sutherland. As for Fernandez, gets it to Boyajian. Cutting it out though is Erkan. Now he looks forward. Cultured ball out of defence from the central defender. Moved across from St George. The captain for the championship winning side, St George in NPL 2 last season. Mentioned the familiarity of many of these Sharks players. The likes of O'Shea, Erkin, Morphetus. And also the 2 Spaniards, Raul Benet and Juan Carlos Romero, all come up from the NPL 2 competition, along with their manager in Terry Palapanas. What a great start they've made to life in this top flight. Maybe not getting the results. Certainly performances have been excellent, and they're showing that again here tonight. This one, Carlos gets it out to Raul. And now Morphetus. Mamone sticking to his job on that occasion. And now the switch of play. Loose ball. Battle between Clifford and Cheng. Cheng battling away against Clifford. Trying not to give him any time to turn. And now Thompson clears. Pressure coming here, the high press from the Rangers, but Sharks able to keep their composure, eventually finding the loose player in Raul Benet. And here is Warren coming forward, working back though, Monahan Vaika. Strong work from the central midfielder. In the end, he's fouled by Polyak. Excellent defensive work in that holding midfield role from Monahan Vaika. Player they call Solly. Toby Plasto just having a chat to the Sutherland skipper in Mark Warren. Alvin Singh's over the ball. Plays it into a dangerous area though. Working back to help him. Perhaps save his blushes there was Fernandez. Singh gets another chance to distribute here. Mentioned the awful injuries he's had over the past 2 years. So it is great to see him back on the pitch. Fijian under-23 international. One of Roy Krishna's best mates. We saw Roy Krishna in action in the A-League last night. Singh's got a bit of defensive work to do here, but it's his central defensive partner, Thompson, who scuffs that one out. Only been able to keep one clean sheet so far. The Mount Druitt Town Rangers that came back in round 4 in that 2-0 win I mentioned earlier. They've got a bit of defending to do here. And now it falls to Raul Benet. Chance on the left foot. Benet can't get that on target. Another shot from the Sharks. Starting the second half as they left the first with a couple of strikes at goal. But Raul Benet can't hit the target. Again for the visitors. Singh looking to hit Boyajian here. Now he's got a chance to get beyond Blair Brown, who's on a yellow card, but the speed of Blair Brown in recovery there does well. Now he can look to hit Morphetus. Battle in the midfield. Mount Druitt battling away, and now Clifford's on the ball. Blair Brown under pressure here, and now it's a set piece, a chance here for Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Those fouls starting to mount, certainly something Palapanis spoke about. Play on's the call here, Rangers wanted to go quick, looking to get it to Alameddine. But alert work from the Sharks there, in fact it was Pat O'Shea, the central midfielder. Player who comes from great lineage. John O'Shea, former Socceroo, his old man. Mike O'Shea, the uncle, both players with great history in the St George area. He did spend some time there last year, did Pat O'Shea, part of that championship winning side. And he's moved back to Sutherland, back to the New South Wales top tier. And he's had a great start to 2019 under Terry Palapanis. Here they are building through Mark Warren. Chance to go inside early. Cox! What a finish that is! Jeremy Cox scores his 5th of the season. The early ball inside from Mark Warren. And on transition there, the Sharks. Jeremy Cox. Lethal there inside the box. And Sally Adari for once can't stop the Sutherland Sharks. They take a lead early in this second half. The Sharks take a lead here. on the front foot early in this second half. Raul Benet with a couple of chances on the edge of the box. And they finally managed to get one on target. That early cross from the left-hand side. Picking up the ball inside, Jeremy Cox. With his 5th of the season. What a finish it was. Emphatic from the number 9. They started this second half as they did the first, with the ascendancy. Raul Benet's been the orchestrator at 10. Here's Cheng with the defensive header. Mount Druitt not quite been able to get in the second half yet. They managed to in the first half though, and there's plenty of time left in this one as Lord Darker comes forward down the left-hand side. Can't find his target though. Goes over the back post. Alameddine was tucking inside there. Switch of play this time finds Juan Carlos. Sloppy pass there though. Trying to find Polyak. And now it's Monahan Veika. Jake Mamone looking to combine with Alameddine. He's got Mamone available on that right-hand side. Alameddine still going. Asking questions of that Sutherland defence. Been another terrific performance from him so far, but the Rangers now need an equaliser. They showed last week their spirit against Marconi. Went behind, fought back, scored a couple of quick goals before the break. Took a 2-1 lead. Marconi made it 2-2. Then Mount Druitt Town Rangers looked like they sealed the 3 points late in that one. Only for Marconi's Pavlovich to deny him late on. They showed plenty of character to fight back a couple of occasions there. And they've got to work ahead of him here as Cox tries to extend the lead. Taking the early strike. Player who moved across from Sydney FC in the off-season. What a great start to life at Sutherland for the local junior. It's Quinton Cheng. Can't quite connect there with Juan Carlos. And now there's space down his flank. It's for Fabrizio Fernandez. Gets it inside now. Looking for Boyajian! And it's deflected away by the Sharks. Excellent response here from Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Alameddine it was, popping up on that left-hand side. The ball coming across. And Boyajian managing to turn, but the Sharks managing to get bodies in the way in the end. But they've got a corner here. In it goes! Good defensive header there from Erkan. And now Polyak away. His experience will be valuable here for Terry Palapanis' side. As Mamone comes forward, looking for that switch, gives it up though. And a chance now to counter-attack through Cox. 4-on-4 here. Can they find their numbers? Mount Druitt working back, and now they get it out to Morphetus. Warren makes the run forward. Now he's in the box. Trying to stay on his feet. Excellent defending though. Alvin Singh it was. Got down, cut out that through ball. What a contest it's been. Tony Tanous with you across the Football New South Wales channels. Hope you're enjoying this one. Stay with us. We'll keep you posted on progress scores around the grounds. I can update you from Lambert Park, where Up Here have extended their lead. Scored in the 29th minute to make it 1-0, and they've extended that in the 52nd minute against Sydney FC. 2-0 the score there. Remains 1-1 at Marconi Stadium. Couple of early goals there. Here it is the Sutherland Sharks who lead Mount Druitt Town Rangers. A win here would push the Sharks up to 8 points. Still early days though, early times. Lots of time for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, especially with this man on the ball, Alameddine. Disappointed with the delivery there. was looking for that ball to the back post. Luke Clifford was the target. But again, showing his danger there, getting it down and driving at Mark Warren. Improving a threat. 3 more games to come tomorrow. Live streams across YouTube and Facebook. The Wolves taking on Blacktown out at Wind Stadium, 3 p.m. Kickoff there. Rockdale at home against Manly United at Illingdon. 4:30 kickoff there. As Fernandez is fouled. It's another set piece here for Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Seen the danger of Fernandez. That third game tomorrow night out at Adensa Park, Sydney United taking on Harcoa at 5 p.m. Nicholas Kutenyak will have all the action there. But here the action is with the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. And they've got a set piece through their Uruguayan. Fernandez it is. Thompson's available at the back post. Monahan Vaik is also in there. 2 powerhouses in the air. Alvin Singh's also available. Fernandez goes to the rack! And what a strike from the Uruguayan! Fabrizio Fernandez, if you don't mind, catching out the keeper at the near post with an outrageous strike. 3-3 for the Uruguayan. And isn't he a star of the New South Wales National Premier League? Fabrizio Fernandez. Catching out Evans at that near post, going direct for goal. And an hour into this one, we're level again. Speak about that. Threats of the Mount Druitt Town Rangers and the volume of fouls mounting. And eventually Fernandez showing his quality. Here's Morphetus trying to get the Sharks back ahead here. Cleared by Thompson again. Now Warren finds Morphetus. Inside he goes. Again it's Thompson. And this time it's Fernandez on the right foot. Comfortable though for Brown. What a game we've got. End to end it's been. Remarkably level at the break at 0-0. Don't know how that happened. You can thank Kala Saliadari in the main for some outstanding saves. But we've got 2 early in this second half. And here's Saliadari coming out of his to the edge of his box. It's Morphetus bared down on goal there. What a goal that is. 2 quality strikes. Jeremy Cox with the opener. Set up by Mark Warren. A first time finish inside the box. And then Fernandez. Direct from the set piece. Catching out Mitch Evans. Bending it around the wall. And here's Alamadine, who's been influential throughout. Getting it out to Darko. Now Warren away. O'Shea only as far as Mamone. But Morphetus working back. And a terrific night from him again. Settling into life in the top flight. And here's the ball still in play. Foul though against Raoul Benet in the end. Skipper for Mount Druitt Town Rangers goes quick in Matthew Clues. Here is Darko. Now it's an opportunity again on the edge of the box. Alamadine combining. But Irkan away. Chance to counter-attack here. 3-on-3. Morphetus was looking for the run of Juan Carlos there. Romero. Too heavy that ball from Morphetus. Now Saliadari. Alvin Singh looking to hit Fernandez again. What a battle between the 2 imports in the number 10 roles. Raoul Benet been sensational for the Sutherland Sharks. And ditto Fabrizio Fernandez. as Warren looks to hit Cox on that right-hand side. Here's Jeremy Cox. Seen his finishing right throughout the season. This time it's Thompson, though. He's been rock solid in that defence for the Rangers. Now he finds Alameddine in transition. Chance to go 3-on-3 here. Can they pick the right pass? Alameddine gets it out to Boyajian, who strikes a goal. And Evans with a terrific save. Sharp down to his left. Excellent action. Mount Druitt Town Rangers on the counter. And Evans tested at that near post. And what a game we have here at Popondetta. Action at both ends, end to end. Counter-attack one way, then the other. Both teams desperate for the 3 points. Mount Druitt Town Rangers, they were rocked early in the second half, but they've hit back well. And now they've got a set piece. Thompson comes forward, and he was one of the targets there. Clues it was as well, just past him. Who knows how this one will finish. Just settle in here. We'll keep you posted on scores around the grounds. Remains 1-1 at Marconi Stadium. Game being covered by Adam Santarossa between the Marconi Stallions and Sydney Olympic. And 2-0 it is to the Apia Leichhardt Tigers over Sydney FC. Will Gotsis bringing you the action from there. But here it's been end to end. What a contest. Promised you thrills and spills, and that's exactly what's been delivered. Hope you're enjoying it. As the ball goes forward now for Romero, and Saliadari comes right to the edge of his box. Had to judge that one perfectly. Again, that ball in behind. Such an open game, this. Two coaches who know each other extremely well from NPL 2. In fact, they met in the first week of the finals last year. Mount Druitt Town Rangers, who finished on top of the ladder, were knocked out by the Mounties Wanderers. In fact, it was the second week of the finals. Semi-final that Mounties won late on. Raul Romero was among the scorers. Raul Benet, in fact, was among the scorers that day. Came from behind. The Mounties Wanderers under Palapanis to win that 2-1. Knocked the Rangers out of the finals. The Rangers did win the premiership. But here they are with a chance to mount their own comeback. They've recovered one goal here. Now they're looking for their second. Fernandez over this dead ball. We've seen how lethal and deadly he is. The Uruguayan who came across from River Plate in the Uruguayan top tier. Here he is, Fernandez. Inside it goes. Another dangerous delivery. Chance here for the Sharks to counter-attack through Morfitis. Monahan Vaika working back to try and deny him the outlet ball. But he gets it to Cox. Happy to hold it up here. Build this one up a little more patiently. Now it's into the feet of Polyak, who's got Raul Benet out on that right-hand side. Yet to score from open play this season, Raul Benet. Today he's had some unbelievable chances as the ball comes in from Warren. Again, it's Saliadari, though. Strong in the air. Loves those balls around the 6-yard box, snuffling them up. Another of his customary long clearances. This one going to go all the way to the keeper. Evans clears under the pressure there from Alameddine. Midway through the second half. It's merely fizzed by, just as the first half did. So much more action to come as they build up down the right-hand side. Monahan Vaika inside. Cheng away. Almost falls to Clifford in the end. And Cheng recovers to get the defensive effort in. But again, the Rangers, the host, looking dangerous. Runaway leaders last season. Won the competition by 16 points. Got promotion. Looking for their second win of the season here. What a contest it's been. Alamadine's gone across to take this one. It's been a threat throughout. Can he deliver one here from the set piece? Over the back to Polyak to clear. Trying to retrieve there. Boyajian. And now Polyak on the transition. He's got Benet forward. In the end, he gets it across to Juan Carlos. Goes all the way back to Evans. Goalkeeper who's come into the starting 11 in the past couple of weeks. With Anthony Bazanis out injured. He injured himself a couple of weeks ago against Marconi. Dislocated elbow. Out for 6 weeks in the end. He's already been out for 2 weeks, so 4 weeks away, Anthony Bazanis. As Warren comes forward and gets it inside early. Here is Morphetus! Again, they can't get it on target. The shots tally mounting. Second half, they haven't quite been able to test Saliadari as much as they did in the first half. Still a couple of options off the bench. No Quivi Fowler today for Terry Palapanis. He is overseas in France, trialling with Montpellier in Ligue 1. So he'll be out of action for a couple of weeks for the Sharks. Quivi Fowler. So certainly don't have the option of using him off the bench tonight. As the ball goes forward for Monahan Vaika. Keeper's off his line. And Evans saved there. The finish not quite able to lift it over the keeper. Monahan Vaika, great opportunity there from the central midfielder, driving out of the middle. There's a battle on that far side. Darko coming out ahead. Mitch Evans almost catching himself in no man's land there. Fortunate the finish ended up in his hands. As Fernandez comes forward on that left foot. Here he is, Fabrizio Fernandez. Making Quinton Cheng work, a player who's come up from Central Coast Academy. Now Raul Benet coming forward again. He's got Juan Carlos Central. Happy to hold it through Polyak, and now Pat O'Shea. Space for the central midfielder to drive. And now it's out with Cox, who can take on Darko. Jeremy Cox trying to get to the byline here. Committing Darko to a challenge. In the end, it looked like it did come off Darko, but the referees pointed to a goal kick here. Referee's just going to stop the play here. Quinton Cheng, who came on at half-time for Harry Sutherland, but he did feature throughout the 20s today. So Quinton Cheng just gone down looking for a bit of treatment, cramping up. Played good minutes in the under-20s earlier tonight. A big 3-2 win, that one for the Sharks over Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Now Cheng just getting some treatment. It does give us a chance just to update you around the grounds. Sydney Olympic have taken a 2-1 lead on the road away to the Marconi Stallions. That goal coming, the second goal coming in the 64th minute. So Olympic, after last week's big win, big statement win over RPL Leichhardt Tigers on Anzac Day. What a game that was. Fortunate to call that over at Belmore Sports Ground. And now they're making a statement today at Marconi Stadium, but still plenty of time to go in that one. 20 minutes there. RPL Leichhardt Tigers continue to lead Sydney FC by 2-0. So it'll be a recovery from them after that Anzac Day loss to Olympic. the moment they're keeping a comfortable 2-0 lead over Sydney FC. Here it is 1-1 between Mount Druitt Town Rangers and the Sutherland Sharks. What a game it's been. Tony Tanous with you in commentary for this. And a pleasure watching this bloke, Fabrizio Fernandez. Continues to grow and grow in the New South Wales NPL competition. Saw another left footer in Lionel Messi score some goal in the Champions League against Liverpool during the week. And another South American here on the left foot from a set piece, showing his quality in Fabrizio Fernandez. Thompson looking to hit Boyajian here. Picking up the second ball though, the Sharks. Again, it's Thompson though, who's been very solid in that centre of defence. Team that's been conceding. $20 goals in 8 games. Been rock solid so far today, but we're about to see the substitute at half-time. Replaced himself, Quinton Cheng, succumbing to those cramps, and looks like it might be the youngster in Thomas Papa. That is Thomas Papa with his first involvement, part of the under-20 squad here at Sutherland Sharks. This time he goes back to Evans. Get it gone away. Only as far now as Polyak for the Sharks. And can they build another counter-attack here? This time Raul Benet's blocked. Turns inside. Beautiful feet from the Spaniard. Now he's looking to dink it over to Cox. What a ball that is. Cox inside is available. Romero, but Cox going solo in the end though. Coming across was Darko. The opportunity lost there for the Sharks. Great ball from Raul Benet. Turned 3 players in that midfield on a dime. Let's see if Mark Warren can keep this one away from Carlos Soliadari. Been a bit too close, some of these set pieces. Not quite hitting their target. Raul Benet's available on the edge of the box. Warren's looking inside though. This time it's Alvin Singh away. Raul Benet trying to pick up the loose ball. Singh applying the physicality there, and it's a set piece this time to the Sharks. They go quick early for Pat O'Shea. Now he looks inside. The flag's gone up though. They went early. They've hit the back of the net, but it's going to be disallowed. Pat O'Shea in an offside position. Good idea from the Sharks. But our assistants tonight, Sarah Ho on that far side, Emma Kotzbeck right on the spot, as usual. This time O'Shea finds Benet. Now he turns and drives. Raul Benet. He's got Juan Carlos in the middle. Really taking the responsibility here is the Spanish number 10. And O'Shea now gets it out to that right-hand side. Morphetus. He's got Warren driving forward. Polyak weighing up his options here. Carrying the ball, now combining with Warren, the 2 A-League players, the 2 former A-League players combining now. Can they find a shot here? Polyak it was, straight at the keeper though. Good minutes from the experienced former West Sydney Wanderers and Newcastle Jets player in Polyak. His first start almost a couple of months. As Warren gets it back here to Evans. So we approach the final 10 or so minutes here at Popondetta Park. Critical game this one. Been a thrilling end-to-end match. 1-1 it remains. Tony Tanous with you. Strap yourselves in for these final minutes. Could go either way. We promise you always late drama in the New South Wales National Premier League. Quality, drama, competitiveness. And you're seeing that here in spades in a game between the teams in 11th and 12th on the table. Just shows you the growing quality of this competition. Here is Erkin. Getting it into the feet of Romero. Now Cox has peeled out to that right-hand side again. Swapping areas here with Romero. Now he gets it to O'Shea. Warren driving forward. Goes instead to Morphetus. Chance to go one-on-one here. The help comes as O'Shea spreads it further to Cox. Now he looks inside. Again, it's too close to Saliadari. Pressure mounting from the Sharks. Can't quite find their final ball. They did find one in the 54th minute. But it was snuffed out by Fabrizio Fernandez as Raul Benet tries to get Cox in here. Saliadari finds Monahan Vaika. The pressure comes from his opposite number in Pat O'Shea. Gives away a free kick. As we go into the final 10 minutes. Couple of match of the rounds coming up tomorrow as part of our live stream coverage. 445 games across the New South Wales NPL system. Match of the rounds in both the NPL 2 men's competition and the NPL women's competition as well. $3 p.m. tomorrow in the NPL 2. Come back to that as St. Tufik Alamuddin can't get that one on target though, but player who spent some time down at Rockdale. Terrific last season. That earned him the move across to the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. As they're about to see the third and final change here for the Sutherland Sharks. And it is one Carlos Romero who's been replaced here. So the former West Sydney Wanderers Academy player in Alex Lopez who's gone into that number 9 role. Also part of the under-20s at the Sutherland Sharks. Alex Lopez, the third and final change for Terry Palapanis. And he's in that pointy end of the attack in that number 9 role. As Warren comes forward, he's got Lopez through the middle. Just held up that ball, gave Thompson the chance to recover on that. Wanted it early. This time Saliadari looks to clear long. Papper it is. The knockdown here from Polyak. Pat O'Shea. Lovely combination there. Polyak and Warren again. As Morphetus drives inside. Waiting for that movement up front. Still going here. Morphetus, chance to find his delivery. Now it's Cox! And he tried the first time volley but couldn't get that on target. Again though, it's the Sharks asking the questions late on here. Can they find a finish? What a 3 points it'll be. If either of these two sides can find a winner. 3 points in the men's NPL 1. 12 points in the club championship. At the moment though, honours even. Couple of big games coming up for both these sides next week as well. Games they might earmark as potential opportunities. Now Druitt Town Rangers away to Hakawa. The Sharks hosting Sydney FC. But here the focus is on the 3 points tonight. As Monahan Valleka has got Alameddine available on the right. Goes instead to Boyajian. Holding it up here. Alex Boyajian! Skipped past his defender there in Brown, but couldn't get that strike on target. A terrific opportunity. And that's the end of his action tonight. Alex Boyajian's the player who's going to be replaced here. He's been a strong player in that target role. Hasn't quite hit the back of the net. But he's been ever present as a target, and he's going to be replaced here. Looks like Hitam Sato's the player that's come on here. So Hitam Sato's just dropped into the number 10 role. That's forced Fabrizio Fernandez into the number 9 role. So a bit of a tactical adjustment from Aidan Desmond as Lopez gets it out to the right-hand side again for Cox. This time Papa. Happy to go all the way back to Blair Brown. Again, it's Sutherland who build. Pat O'Shea into the feet of Benet. And now it's Morphetus. Again, the delivery. This time Saliadari spills, but regathers on the second ball. And it's that final execution from the Sharks. Creating all the opportunities. Here's Brown coming forward. Had his pocket picked here by Alameddine, who gets it forward to Fernandez. Alameddine continues the run forward. And now he's got Fernandez available. That's where he goes. Edge of the box here. He's on the left foot and can't get his shot down. Certainly worth the effort there. Seen his quality from range. You can't begrudge him that shooting opportunity. He's moved into that number 9 role. Give you an update from Marconi, a goal for Sydney Olympic. So it looks like they're about to seal the points there. 3-1 the score there after a big win last week. On that Anzac Day, Abbotsard's men, the champions, the premiers, the double winners last year. Such a hot competition it's been. Couple of wins back to back and you're suddenly inside the top 5, knocking on the door. And Marconi after 3 wins on the spin. Got a bit of work to do in the remaining minutes there. But here it is, Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Now it's Fernandez, chance to shoot! Across the keeper. Doesn't mind a strike from range. Mitch Evans had that one covered. So we head into the final few minutes here. Certainly keep an eye on the 4th official, Matt Howarth. Here is Warren, chance to come forward now. The ball into the feet of Morphetus. Warren it is, again getting the ball in. Cut out this time by Alvin Singh. Monahan Valleka has been strong in that centre of midfield. And a great contest, so many good performers. Carlos Saliadari, you'd think, certainly in amongst those 3-2-1 votes. That performance in the first half. Sharks may have put this one to bed in that first period had it not been for the Rangers custodian. It's been a real standout in this league for a long time. And he's shown it again here tonight. Might have a bit more work to do here. It is a set piece to the Sharks down that far side. Morphetus is going to go across to take this one. The game right in the balance. What a contest it's been. If you've just joined us, Tony Tanous with you across the Football New South Wales channels. The Sharks looking for the opportunity to leapfrog the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Can they score one here? Morphetus it is. In it goes. Cox it was at the near post. The appeals from the Sharks. But now Mount Druitt can look to hit on the counter-attack through Alamadine. Now into the feet here of Sato. Hitam Sato finds his fellow import in Fernandez. Now it's Alamadine. Good build up this from the Rangers. Now the ball comes in. The clearance from Blair Brown falls on the edge of the box to Clues. Dinks it inside looking for Alamadine. Warren away. Neither coach can afford a mistake here. Sato it is on the attack for the Rangers. And now it's Clifford trying to engage Papa, the substitute. Now the ball coming in from Clues. Warren has to be certain at that back post. Happy to knock it out for a corner. As the Rangers build here. 3 minutes of stoppage time. The board's gone up. So we've got 3 minutes of stoppages. Talk about how critical the 3 points are here. Not only for the ladder in the top flight, but also the club championship. And what about that from Fernandez? Striking the crossbar from the corner. What a strike that was. As the ball comes back in, Evans comes. And now the Sharks looking to transition. Fernandez picks up the loose ball. Is he fouled there? The Uruguayan announcing himself to the New South Wales top flight with some performance here. Morphetus frustrated and goes into the book. What an end to the action here at Popondetta. Fernandez, who scored one of the goals of the season from long range, a free kick on the hour mark. And now he's got another opportunity here. We've seen his quality. We've seen the highlights reels and the videos and the YouTube highlights out of Uruguay. Aidan Desmond promised that we haven't seen the best of this guy yet. And he's certainly producing it here at Popondetta tonight. Fabrizio Fernandez over the dead ball. The man from River Plate. This time straight into the wall. Now the ball over the top. Looking for Lopez in transition. The Sharks. Does either team deserve to lose this one? What a contest it's been. Erkin with the header down. Polyak out to the right-hand side now for Cox. Now over the top looking for Lopez. Does well, the former West Sydney Wanderers academy player. Now he gets it to Raoul Benet. Overlapping here is Warren. Where's the quality? Back post it was. Driving forward out of that midfield. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. The Sharks, action at one end. Then it goes down to the other end. It's been that type of game. What a performance too from Tufik Alamadine. No goal for him tonight. But it's been a great performance again. The player who made last week's Team of the Week. And it's a late substitution. So Cooper Koskiri who's come on. Player's got 3 goals so far this season. One of the youngsters that's come out of the under-20s. He's the target on this occasion. But the Sharks are able to clear through Brown. Raoul Benet trying to get it there ahead of Clues. And now it's Morphetus battling away, but stepping out is Alvin Singh. Polyak was trying to get it over the top for Lopez. Now they go out looking for Fernandez. Tries the back heel there, looking to get Hitan Sato in. And now Raoul Benet. Can't get to it ahead of Clues though. Chance for the Mount Druitt to build. Papa looks long, and that's the end of a pulsating game here at Popondetta. End-to-end action, both teams really throwing down the gauntlet. Carlos Aliadara coming up with some outstanding saves in the first half to deny the Sharks. He couldn't keep them out early in the second half. A great finish from Jeremy Cox to give the Sharks a 1-0 lead. But the Mount Druitt Town Rangers showing the spirit that they've brought up from NPL 2. And it was an excellent recovery from them. Fabrizio Fernandez it was, with an outstanding free kick. Certainly catch up on the highlights and on all the action across our NPL New South Wales channels throughout the week. It's been a pleasure bringing you the action here from Popondetta. Tony Tanous, round 9 action in the New South Wales National Premier League. We've got plenty more coming tomorrow. Be sure to join us for all the action for the rest of round 9. But from Popondetta, it's finished. Mount Druitt Town Rangers 1, Sutherland Sharks 1.